good.
All right, we good now? We good? We can go now? We can go?
Yeah. What did you press to get rid of the
Push that,
Oh, this, okay. Oh, yeah.
We are back again. Episode 3. We in the building. We got to give a shout out to Chris. You know, he broke his back trying to do porn moves. He was trying to practice some Pornhub situation, leg up.
Something he saw in the movies, huh?
Something he saw in the movies. He fucked up his back, so he ain't here today.
He trying to do downward doggy style.
I don't know, brother. Yoga, I don't know. Wrestling moves, I don't know.
I think he tapped his elbow before he jumped on the top rope.
Well, damn.
But this is the Easily Offended podcast where we are here. We in the building.
So
You know what I'm saying? We got the leaders joint everywhere over here. You know, shout out to the big fam over there. We got the Wu-Tang shirts on. Me and Shaun is rocking. You know what I'm saying? You want to show that camera, Shaun?
I didn't get them.
Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? I should have. Yeah, that's what
I didn't get my shirt.
Well, he brought his, and I brought mine.
You know what? I got an extra shirt if you want to put it on.
It's too late now.
Yeah, you
I mean, his thing is the tank top. Like, he's known for wearing the
They
tank
got
top.
the Wu-Tang. This is the Poo-Tang shirt, right?
You know what I'm saying? I got the All Chicago joint. We also got a couple leaders hats up here, so we're going to big a shout out to leaders. You know what I'm saying? The West Loop on Madison.
1354.
Yes, sir.
It's a bam pal.
You know, the leaders, they did a collab with the Cubs. You know, that's the little Rose joint. Shout out to Diego and Corey and the whole staff over there.
Boom, bam.
Let them know about the Park Hill, what Park Hill is.
Oh, yeah. So the whole situation, they had like a whole event. You know what I'm saying? They actually got with Power from Wu-Tang. He's like one of the guys in there. If you guys are not watching the new Hulu show on the Wu-Tang,
I know
it's
you're talking about. Yeah,
super dope.
I heard
It's
all
super
kinds
dope.
about it.
I am season 2 just started, and I'm like episode 4 or 5, and they just now starting to record the album. So the Hulu show, they really gives a good throwback on how they got started, because a lot of people didn't know Ray and Ghost never got along.
Right.
They was like enemies, and after a while they got into the fold of the whole Wu-Tang and came together.
Best album, one of the best albums ever created.
Man, Triumph period still has me jumping out the window. I still take showers to that. You know what I'm saying? Nice and sunny. Nice and soapy to the Triumph.
Yeah, but I had to run over the.
Pause.
I love supporting leaders because I've been shopping with leaders since they've been inception. But
Yeah.
you know, definitely when I saw this Park Hill leaders collaboration, I had to jump all over that. So
Yeah.
there's a few pieces out there. So it definitely shout out to leaders and shout out to Park Hill Wu-Tang for
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
So what we going? How was y'all guys' week, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my week was pretty good.
We took a nice little break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hiatus.
I work versus salary versus having hourly is just, I work 10, 12 hours a day. So my week is always hectic. Monday is always the worst for me in regards to bankruptcies, people who called in over the weekend though. But other than that, I've got my mom a security system.
Nice.
For our house. It's the worst thing. I don't. Okay, so
Talk about it.
Doors
right, so I gotta get a story.
Okay, give me the story. What happened?
Okay, so my mom, I stay over on Dorchester. My mom stays over on Greenwood in the area. But I spend about 2 or 3 weeks out the night over my mom's house because she's by herself. And so every once in a while, she'll wake up in the middle of the night, say that something's missing out of the house.
And you got to go to the house.
So I'm like, Mom.
He's like, Mom, it wasn't me.
Do you find the things that are missing?
So, bro.
Okay.
So the stuff that she says is missing is like paperwork. She used to be the board president of the condo association. So
Okay.
So she said that the new board is coming in there to take papers out of there, out of the
Her cabinet.
That's in the room. That's in the closet. That's in the room. So I'm like, Mom. So she'll just like we'll go back and forth and get into these arguments about, hey, Mom, nobody's breaking in. You're paranoid. You're tripping. So I was just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get this security system. It's gonna be able to put it on the front and back door, recording everything. So you can leave me alone and shut up talking to me about
This guy.
somebody breaking in the house.
Text you at 2 a.m. Son, where my papers at?
she be doing shit like that. It's been several times where I've been in my house and I've gotten up and walked over and spent. I just sleep over there. Like,
Yeah, that's good shit.
You gotta do that for mom.
You gotta hold the bomb dukes down.
Indeed, you gotta do that, bro.
I tell you, when women say, "Hey, look at how a man takes care of his mother," man, I pay my mama bills, bro. Like,
Oh,
I
really?
take care of my mom. So
So
yeah.
they're gonna look at
shit.
you like, what happened? You not paying my bills?
Exactly.
You ain't give birth to me.
I ain't got no security system. You got a social security system.
Right. So that was my week, man. Get social security system.
Did I come out your vagina? I did not.
I went into it, but I didn't come out.
So I got to pay extra $25 a month for a security system that's not necessary. But
Hey, you gotta do it.
What if
Whatever
y'all
makes
look at the
sense.
tape and y'all see a little dwarf coming in taking the paper? See, baby, there you go.
Keep it elf,
right.
little Chucky or something.
That's what it's gonna have to be. Because it's not a grown human coming in there with two.
The Nigglets. Remember the Nigglets from what movie was that?
The niglet.
Tales from the Hood.
Yeah,
The Nigglets.
Hey, that shit scared the shit out of me.
There you go, baby.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't fuck with Small Downs for a long time. She.
And my mom got a bunch of them shit.
Oh my God.
Like she got old school. She got the first Cabbage Patch Kids. She got my
black
mom
one?
collected them shits back.
Oh,
in the day.
yeah.
I
Wow,
grew
that's
up
worth
with,
some money though.
Annabelle type shit.
Oh,
I used to collect the stickers. Remember the Garbage Pail Kids stickers? I used to collect those shits. I had them shits all over the lunchbox and everything.
Oh, damn. I remember them. Hell no.
That was the good old days, man.
Indeed.
That's
indeed.
crazy. My week was chill,
Hard-ass
man.
Bubble gum in the pack.
Oh, that hard ass bubble gum. Ugh, that shit was hard as fuck. My week was chill, man. I'm trying to lose weight, so
Hey.
been on a soup diet and drinking water. You know what I'm saying? So,
Chicken noodle soup.
man, any
soda on
soup
the
that's
side.
just vegetables. Like we made lentil soup that lasted for like 5 days. I've been on that shit. So I mean, we spent money on this fucking Peloton bike in there. So now, Peloton bike is it's about to be real.
Oh,
Niggas be calling me out, you know what I'm saying? Hustle Simmons today. Where you at? I be like, where you at?
Hey man, riding that bike is good cardio. I used to be a bicycle messenger I did that for about 3 years downtown Chicago. Man.
Get out of here. Did you?
Word, he was the Robin Thicke. Remember Robin Thicke first video? He was riding the bike.
Hey, they was getting me with that shit for a minute because I
Hold
was the
on,
light
y'all.
skinned dude
Hold
up
on.
there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they used to get me with that shit, the Robin Thicke bullshit. What's going on? Where you going? You just gonna get up. Oh,
some girl that got your shit. What's going on, brother? Are you cutting off your ringer?
what just happened now?
I don't.
What happened?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
He had a text back to Shorty he met last night. We gonna get into that.
You understand me?
We gonna get into that.
we
He was
gotta
like,
get into that.
hold on, baby. I just picked up whipped cream with chocolate syrup. I ain't got no handcuffs. Well, you know how the pops come in the 6-pack. We could use the plastic shit.
I
It'll
want
be
to see the
hood.
free kind. Goddamn.
Yeah, so I got the Peloton bike. So I signed up for October. I got to do 60 miles in the month of October, which is nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, the fans can't see, but this TV, I got a bike here. So I ride my bike often. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be seeing your stuff on Instagram. With
Yeah. I get out there. I gotta get out there sometimes. You know what I'm
He
saying?
go 2 or 3 blocks and he come back. And
Right.
we all-
Nah,
You go to the gas station, get a black and mild.
I ain't gonna lie. One trip, me and my lady, we took a trip. We rode our bikes from 53rd down to Lakeshore Drive to the Chicago River. Got off, parked the bikes, went kayaking down the Chicago River for about an hour and a half. And then we had to ride back, and we forgot that we had to ride back because, we get out the kayak. I'm like, oh, that was fun. Yeah, I was like, shit, I'm tired as fuck.
Gotta ride back to the house.
We got to ride back to the house.
I should have threw them bitches right on the front of the
Kayak in
bus.
his upper body and then the bike in his lower body. So
Yeah, so I'm like, fuck. All right, yeah, I slept that day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? How was your week, man?
It was good. I went to another lifestyle party. It was nice, even though it was not a nice people there, a lot of goings on. But unfortunately, there was no interactions. But the food was good, catfish. They had
niggas
catfish and rice. There was no booty clapping, but the fish was off the chain.
Okay.
Okay.
It's cool though, but you know what I've learned from going to these lifestyle parties, it's nice just to see black people come together. It's like as a husband and wife, they got a really nice house in the south suburbs, and you got to pay your fee, but you just get to run amok in their house. and you just
I got a
walk
question.
around.
And do whatever. You can
Pretty
nut on that
much.
refrigerator.
You could just do whatever.
I would get mad if I wake up in the morning to make my coffee and there's nut on my refrigerator. Like on the handle.
Last
Like when I like grab the creamer or something. Like, what the fuck? Shit.
last time I went.
Tommy? No.
Last time I went, I was leaving, but it was like the sun was coming up, so I was super tired. So I don't know why my dumb ass turned on the car, and then I slept in the car. But when I woke up, that motherfucker wouldn't start. So then I had to go back in the crib and ask the dude to jump my car. But when I went back in the house, people sleep. It was like house party. Everybody would sleep. It was clothes and shit everywhere. Chick walking around butt ass.
He
naked.
having Rick James parties. That's
Chick butt ass naked talking about some good morning. I'm like, well, damn.
Yo, let me ask you something.
Grand
about-
Rising.
Let me ask you something about this sex party situation. You're saying it's a husband-wife situation, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that the wife is fair game.
You know, I'm new. I'm not.
What's she look like?
No, she's nice.
nice. Describe. We want
knock his wife
details.
off. Because have you ever seen that episode of Martin where Martin ended up going to the swingers party and he could have knocked off old boy's wife? You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if can dudes come up in there how like you was telling me how like dudes, you can walk up in this.
I think so, because what's funny is towards the end last night, everybody was leaving and this dude was leaving with his girl and he looking at the host's wife, said, ooh, she looks so nice, blase Skippy. And the husband started looking at the dude's girl and he whispered something in the ear, let me take you upstairs. Next thing I know, they take off and he's still trying to talk to the wife. Meanwhile, the husband then took the girl upstairs and I could hear in the door.
And my thing is this: what type of drugs is at this party where you have a hard on for more than 12 hours?
Well, brother, I don't know what I have. I don't know.
I would be kind of scared. Like, wait, I should not be hard this long.
I don't know if the brothers are doing dick ups or not. I don't know what's going on.
The gas station pills.
Are we talking about 40 plus? 35 plus?
It depends. Last night was a lot of young people, but I think for all the raunchiness that people accuse black people, I think we're really innately more conservative because people is just most part just standing around.
People, those probably the scared people. Go to Atlanta. I heard about some shit in Atlanta.
Yeah, you may have to walk in there with your drawers.
Man,
I heard about some shit in Atlanta. If you saying they conservative here in Atlanta, they say he walk. Yeah, like he said, he walking in the door.
Like if I'm living next door to a swinger house and I just happen to take the garbage out at 9 o'clock at night, I just see some dude with a silk robe walking in his underwear.
That's what.
Where you going?
That's what I would say. But those girls, they was like
to this party.
They was very conservative because they was talking mess. It's like they thought they was at a regular club. They was like, "What you looking at, Blase Skippy? Why don't you blinkety blink?" And let's say I showed my personality in her face, but she didn't do anything.
Oh my God!
And I was mad. I'm like,
I mean, this may be a question I shouldn't ask, but was you,
participating?
Was you full attention?
I would say he wasn't at ease, but he was halfway there.
Okay. Yeah.
I
hated that I asked that question, Paul.
Right,
because that could be a situation. You know what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't. It was there, but I put it like when I went in the backyard, I put it between this girl's breasts, but
Okay. You be having some wild shit, fam. You be coming there all modest.
Well, the way you just said it though, I just walked back there and just
well, it wasn't like I was walking past her. I was just pretending, and I was like, and she just do. I was like, okay then. And she let me.
You got help. You got.
She let me motorboat for a hot second. And I'm like, okay.
You just walked off. You ain't get it.
Well, I tried to have speaking to the mic, if you know what I'm talking about, but she didn't want to speak on the mic. I was like taking
we don't need the demonstration. We don't need the actual moment.
I wanted to be like, is this thing on? Is this thing on? But she
we should do an episode of Usually Fit Podcast from the house on the night. Like
Sadly,
I would not be there. I can't go. I'm sorry. I'm letting you know that now.
I can see Shayla.
Nope, ain't going.
Bring Shayla with you.
No.
I can see that nigga.
Nope. I'll be here with her watching Netflix.
Yeah, he said, bring her with
you guys tell me all about it.
I think the host would be with. I think he might have went to Kenwood or something. I think he'd be with it.
Yeah.
I think his ass would be with it.
I mean, like,
maybe not live. Because it's hard to call. Because sometimes it's sometimes it's
Yeah, we gotta do that live.
Man, but it's
like a titty might fall in my hand while we talking. Like.
It will.
Oh, you on some more? Remember that? What was that show Luke had? It was on like cable, the Peep Show, Luke Peep Show. When he interviewed like Lil Kim with tits out. It was that's for if you 35 and plus, you got to remember that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's old. Like, a Chicago thing was Channel Zero back in the day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
but you be going to like R. Kelly studio parties and shit like.
My mind's telling me no. But
mine should have told him that.
Mine did tell him no.
You just didn't listen the first time. Nigga, we gave you what's like, hey, you remember that interview with Torre and R. Kelly? When Torre was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you this question again. Do you date underage girls? And R. Kelly was like, so what age we talking? That nigga Torre looked at him like, nigga, I am trying to help you. Let's just refrain for this question.
I had lollipops in his pocket. What kind of age we talking?
Who was the other guy you had the other interview with that made it even worse? The light-skinned guy from BET.
That was Torre.
No, it was another guy. The older guy.
Yeah.
With the light skin with the hair.
Yeah, he got the waves and shit. I was talking about.
He was the just made it worse. Torre was like, but that put the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that one. We gotta find out that dude's name.
Is that the one?
Huh?
Ed Gordon.
Is that the one we say I'm an older man?
Wait, Ed Gordon? The light skinned dude with the locks?
Yep. No,
he was on Vibe.
Yeah, she had.
He had a couple of interviews. This one where it was a light skinned dude. I don't know.
That's the one where he say he's an older man, love all women.
You telling me, man? I think so. I have to watch that one again. I mean, it's an R. Kelly situation. You know what I'm saying? The man is found guilty, racketeering and sex trafficking. So, those cases come with like 50 years. Up to 50 to 100 years. You know what I'm saying?
Like he got like a sexual RICO case.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, sexual RICO.
Yeah, because he has 3 cases. So he just did the case in New York that everybody seen online. He still has 2 cases left. He has one in Georgia, one in Illinois. So he has facing the same charges. The crazy thing about it is when I was researching this whole thing, 44 states still are in what's the word I'm trying to look for? Like in tune. They're with underage marriage. 44 states.
What do you know?
14. As the youngest of 14, 44 states will allow a marriage to happen.
Isn't that fun? So it's like
crazy.
She can get married at 14, but can she have sex at 14 if she's married?
Well, we don't. I mean, that's like kind of the whole situation.
But I'm just saying. I'm saying if the statute of limitations, statutory rape is like I don't know, maybe 18, but then a girl get married at 14. Is that a loophole where she can do it?
Because
I think marriage creates the loophole.
Wow, that's a hell of a loophole. No pun intended.
For example, that's why R. Kelly did the fake marriage birth certificate for Aaliyah because she still would be underage, but within Illinois it was she could get married at that age.
Right.
So that's why because you had sex with her underage, if you're married to her,
it's okay.
It's a loophole, right? You can get by with
consent. Okay,
that's why he only got charged. Well, he won't get. I don't think he would get charged for the actual wedding that happened with him and Leah here. That, right. But I do think the minister may get a penalty for that because he was knowing of the situation and he still did it.
I think the minister may have gotten
sold out. He worked with the feds.
I should know this word. Got immunity for testifying against R. Kelly. So all those people who testified against R. Kelly, I wish they had to put that on court TV so we could see it. Because the reason being is because all those people who had to testify is in some way involved.
I was just about to say, complicit.
And so, in order for me to come out and go against R. Kelly, you got to tell me that you're not going anything that I say. You can use this against me later.
Right.
So I'll give me immunity now. I'll tell you that, hey, I did this for R. Kelly. I did the whole representation of that. So if I'm going to tell you this, you got to give me immunity so you can't come back and get me later. So all those people who testified against him got immunity so they can, because if you tell the story, you like, hey, you were there, you knew this.
Right.
So it really is like a sexual RICO, because almost like a sexual fed case, because they waited till they had all the evidence and then they went ahead and prosecuted. I guess they prosecuted him like twice.
Well, yeah, because he has a good lawyer. They kept, throwing you know what I'm saying, throwing shit out like, okay, we can't do this, we can't do that. So the search warrants took a long time before they hit everybody's house because he kept just looting. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and the thing is, it's crazy because we have to lose somebody that was very talented in music.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not take that credit from him. He was a great producer, writer. Indeed. He did a lot of music for a lot of artists. A lot of artists that you guys listen to. Absolutely. Shit, nigga, R. Kelly wrote that shit. Like Trey Songz's second album, It's My Birthday. I heard that album with R. Kelly on it.
Right.
Wow.
So the dude that wrote that album for Trey Songz was a writer for R. Kelly, and they got into a situation, and he left. So that whole album, R. Kelly recorded. I heard it. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, they gave it to Trey Songz because of the money dispute. So, like, it's a lot of artists out here that, you know, people talk about, oh, I'm going to cancel R. Kelly, I'm going to do this. Okay, but are you going to cancel his art? Now, I can understand his solo albums because 90% of those are very sexually motivated. So you can't help but to look at it, listen to the record, and think of it. You know what I'm saying? That situation. You know what I mean? But he's written and produced for a lot of other Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Fat Joe, Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a long catalog when it comes to that. So,
but in regards to that argument, though, so my thing with this argument is that I'm not going to, like, I'm going to cancel certain songs. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
I can't, you know, but I'm not going to cancel, like, Maxwell Fortunate song. You see what I'm saying?
And he wrote and produced that, right?
Because, but I can cancel, like, if I'm gonna listen to Aaliyah, I can't listen to AJ Number the Number no more. I can't listen to that particular song.
Kinda,
you know, I can't listen to, you know, I can listen to Step in the Name of Love, but I can't listen to Half on the Baby because I don't know who was he talking to.
Or what does
Your
he
body's
mean by
calling.
half on the baby?
My mind's telling me no.
Yeah, so in regards to R. Kelly,
Put half of what on the baby?
it's just that certain songs I can't listen to because of, I don't know at the time, because they were talking about how he had like, so how did I know that you didn't, your body's calling because you had that girl trapped in the room, they couldn't get out the room.
She was trapped in the closet.
I don't, that is not funny.
She was trapped in the closet.
It's not funny. But
that was horrible.
That's not funny. That was horrible.
That was hard. Let me stop.
So let me try to fix that.
Let me
So
stop it.
the girl that was trapped in the room, you know, saying, so I'm just saying, like, you know, she couldn't leave the room. She had to go to, she had to knock on the door, get permission to leave the room. So I'm like thinking in my head when I heard that, I'm like,
okay,
is your body calling? Is it calling for me to come in the room
to feed you?
To feed you, or to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just certain words that, you know, like I said, half on the baby is like, are you talking about
half of what on the baby?
And are you talking about a girl as young as Aaliyah having half on, you know, like, that's why it's just certain songs.
Yeah, it may give it a whole new meaning.
Everything is a whole new meaning with me now, especially AJ Number the Number, bro. Like, did you really write that song to the point where you were telling Aaliyah before she was ready? Like, hey,
AJ Nothing But a Number.
Seems like you're ready. Oh my goodness.
Seems like you're ready. I can't listen to certain songs.
Oh my goodness.
But that wedding song.
That was my last time humming that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This guy.
What's the wedding song? He got a great wedding song.
Oh yeah, the Sam Cooke album was amazing. I remember, like, I don't know what award show.
Turn the Heads of Time.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what award show that he performed on, and he got a standing ovation.
I think it was Soul Train, and it was in black and white.
Yeah, it's like his vocals. Like, let's just be honest. If we're gonna be 100, we're gonna keep it 100. R. Kelly's a great performer. You finna go to the concert, and you really finna jam, and you finna feel good. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, I would definitely miss that part. Because, like you said, certain tongue to tongue, and
we're gonna miss him.
Move your body like a snake, man.
This kid,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna miss him.
Are you still gonna listen to Best of Both Worlds?
I don't think nobody's really listened to that. In the
you know, I only listened to one song off that album. That was Power to PUSS.
Hey, that first one though, that first one. I don't know, bro. That first Best of Both Worlds.
I only listened to one song over there.
I don't know.
That was an album.
Power to PU. That was it.
He got kicked off the tour for that.
Yep. That shit was funny. That's something to laugh about.
When they interviewed Jay-Z about it, like, I don't even want to talk about it.
Wow.
Like, this guy was in McDonald's.
Wow.
They said I've met R. Kelly in the McDonald's, by the way. But I think
Who hasn't met R. Kelly at McDonald's?
Kelly,
Kenwood, whatever, Hyde Park. We gonna put it all out there, nigga.
He tried to treat my life too. I was like, hey, R. Kelly. He was just like, hey, don't you see me with my kids? Like, use your common sense. I'm about like, dude, I buy your album.
You said, are you the father that you're dating? No,
when we was a shorty, me, my homeboy Rail said. I just caught what you just said. God damn, man. Shit. All right. Who's this? All right, look. But we was shorties, me, Rail, and Say, and I forgot who else we was with. Was riding our bikes in Chatham at a young, I think I was maybe like 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? And we ran into R. Kelly coming out of that warehouse where the movie theater on 87 is. That used to be a railroad yard. Because me and my guys, we used to ride back
Everybody
there.
used to play over there.
Yeah, because they got a sand hill. And you know, when you a shorty, we jumping ramps, we doing wild shit. You feel me?
All over there behind 87.
Yeah, all behind 87. You know what I'm saying? All that shit was, when I was a shorty, was not there. Feel me? So we come there, and they have filmed back, forth. Whatever.
Back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Back and forth. They shot it in that warehouse.
Get out of here.
And we ran into him. I remember getting this autograph, and I put it on a little piece of paper. I had that shit in my wallet for like 7 years. I lost that shit. Because I was like really like one of the first celebrities I ever got a chance to meet. Like also, and I'm young. I'm 16. I'm just riding my bike. I'm dirty as fuck. You know what I mean?
It was.
Just wilding out. But yeah, I mean, it's sad, man. And I just gonna miss some of the music because you some of those songs you do, it take you back to a good time.
It ain't going nowhere.
I mean, it ain't going nowhere, but
Want to.
yeah. I mean, it is people's choice. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that's not giving up on R. Kelly's music. They like, you have to separate the artist from the person because same thing with Rick James. Rick James went to jail for that shit. His story's on Showtime. Watch that documentary.
Wow.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't separate, but you got to separate some of these songs.
Yeah, some of these songs you got to. Yeah. So I would say R. Kelly's canceled 99.9%.
Yeah, I don't think the guy's an angel or anything. I mean, more than likely he's guilty. I mean, everybody can't be lying, but I just see kind of a pattern with Michael Jackson, Cosby, and him, and the prosecutor Gloria Allred, and also it's like they had to destroy his image first. Like they tried him in a court of public opinion. They made sure that everybody saw him as a villain. I mean, granted, he probably did all this shit.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I'm just saying. So he had to prove his. It's like he was guilty. So it's like he was guilty to prove himself innocent instead of being innocent to prove him guilty. So that's kind of how I feel.
Jay-Z,
anyway. This cat, yeah. But that's just how I feel. I mean, again, I'm quite sure the man is guilty. And I mean, us being from Chicago, we've been hearing about this shit. Me, myself, damn near, I've been hearing about this shit damn near 20, 30
Dude,
years.
I have witnessed a lot of things face to face.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the industry. I've been in the industry for a long time, so yeah.
So it's like, and I mean, let's be devil advocate. It's like, okay, it's like almost like I was saying, it's kind of like a sexual recourse. Like almost like, why now?
I mean,
we've been knowing about this.
And my thing is, when you're black and you get that much money, you get that much success, it's always a target on your back.
Always.
Oh, dang.
So you always have to be careful how you move. That's why you never hear shit about Jay-Z and B. Ever.
Never heard shit
Except
about
for
Michael
that
Jordan.
elevator.
They never got Michael Jordan.
Right.
True.
Like you'll hear like little stuff, but it'll just disappear because them motherfuckers, they like to stay away from the public eye.
Indeed.
Let's just stay away from everything.
Indeed.
But when you start doing shit after we gave you chance after chance,
They did. I mean,
it's just like, come on, bro. Like, we trying to save you, bro. And I think the people around him, real talk, should be fucking prosecuted too. Because you knew the bullshit.
Absolutely.
Right.
You knew what was going on. You the one that grabbed Shorty.
years.
When he said, hey, get ready, we about to roll up to Kenwood.
Right.
He say, hey man, we got somewhere else to go.
Right.
You sitting outside the Kenwood with him. You sitting outside Rock and
You
Roll
like
McDonald's.
30
You chilling.
You supposed to be in the studio right now, but you hanging outside Rock and Roll McDonald's, bro.
Right, eating Veloids. That man, R. Kelly, sat on 53rd Street and ate Veloids chicken noodle soup in the Starbucks patio.
Right.
With one security guy was just chilling. And it was like girls would just walk by. Grown women, young women taking pictures. Hey, R. Kelly. It was just like watching and you like, God damn, man. You just can't escape it.
But damn.
And then I'm quite sure, like I got the story about knowing people who dealt with R. Kelly in regards to underage. You said you got stories too. Like I said, everybody's responsible. The principal at Kenwood is responsible. You knew he was coming up.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The owner.
Parents.
The owner. I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say the owner of McDonald's, but you can't stop him from coming outside.
Don't blame Ronald. Don't blame Ronald.
Hey, Ronald Red.
Ronald
R.
McDonald.
Kelly's out there hollering at younger. Ain't nothing but high school kids out here.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But you an old ass man out here.
Doing this, buying Happy Meals and size 5.5 Jordans and shit.
Right. Buying PT Cruises and PT Cruises.
Oh, wow. PT Cruises. That was the first Stopmobile.
That's Sparkles.
That was the first Stopmobile.
Wow.
Stopmobile, yeah.
That's when he bought
PT
Sparkles.
Cruiser.
Who's that? Sparkles' niece, the one who got peed on. She got a PT Cruiser out the deal.
She got. That's who it is. That's the one. That
You
got
know what?
peed
You know
on?
what car some women used to drive back in the day was very popular? Sebrings. Remember Sebrings?
Yeah, Chrysler Sebring.
You get a girl could be
remember
with
that
a
shit.
drop top Sebring and she'd be like, I am the shit. Like it is a Benz.
So a girl's driving a P-Bring.
That 2-door Sebring, the 2-door Sebring with the sunroof, man. The 2.5 Jordan. I thought that was
the
hot.
drop top.
I remember those. I haven't seen those in a minute. Wow.
Guys like, yo, this girl, she finna pull up. She got a Sebring. She got like 3 buddies with her. What up? Man? You wanna go get this Paul Masson, my nigga?
Paul
Sebring,
Masson.
man.
Yeah, Paul Masson. And we over the age. Do you feel me? So we have drunk some bad
Oh
liquor.
yes, Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm. My shit was Little Sid's iced tea.
Oh,
It was
that shit.
right.
It was like it came in a pint. That shit was like $5.99.
Wow.
I used to work at Jules on 87th and State, and I used to walk all the way to Cottage Grove on 82nd because K&I was the only motherfucking place that would sell liquor to underage kids. I'm sorry, y'all not in business anymore, so I'm not ratting on you. They not in business anymore because of shit like that.
Wow.
But I used to go there and get a pint of Little Sid's for $5.99, bro. That shit was my like shit.
Matter of fact, that makes me. You just brought up something that reminds me of when I was in undergrad and I was living over in Lincoln Park. When I came back from Alabama, I was living in Lincoln Park, right? And it was this bar that was on. What street is that? When you get up to Fullerton and Splits.
Devon?
Nah, when you get up to Fullerton and Splits, it's
Damn, I can't think of that shit.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
should Google map it.
Right by DePaul's.
DePaul right there, the Split.
I know
right
what you're
there.
talking about. I don't know the
Sheffield.
Okay.
I think it's Sheffield, right? And it was this bar there that let underage girls in. It was notorious known for all the high school boys that were at DePaul. I wasn't going to DePaul. I was going to Columbia at the time. I was living up there in Lincoln Park, and we all knew to go to this bar, and it was mad females up in there.
Wow.
Just made me just think about that.
Shit, man, this man real. We went to What's Poppin' on 77 and Hosted, and he humped a girl on the floor from one side of the dance floor all the way to the other.
What the hell? She have on skates or something?
Nah, nigga, we was juking. You know, back in that day, you used to lay on the ground and the girl would get up on top of you. Wow. This nigga Rail picked the girl up, threw that bitch on the floor, and got to moving like I was like, yo, we was shorties though. We was like 15, 16 years old. We was shorties. 70. I mean, what's popping? 77 and Hosted. It's a police station there.
Damn, they wasn't doing that when I was there.
Yeah, man, that was fucking crazy. That was some good times, man. That was some good times.
Wow.
A lot of child support came from them times.
Yeah.
Because it was a wild time. Like, you didn't know who you slept with from 8 months ago and end up being pregnant. Just pop up like shit. Yeah.
What damn?
Nothing happened to me like that, but I'm just saying people in general. I've known some guys.
Didn't that girl that made that stupid mistake back in that time deal with a nigga like me? 2021 and get shitted on. Go ahead, that's another story. Savage. Blueprint for your ass.
This guy.
Anyway, so
this guy.
Speaking of women messing up, what about Kendra G comments that she recently made with Rick Ross?
$10,000 is not enough per
11.
month. 11,000.
Get a man his $1,000.
Oh damn! Right. Excuse me. Here's your change, sir.
11,000. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
And you speaking from a man that's regards to the people on the panel, you're the only one that really.
I pay child support.
Right.
So, like, to me, in my opinion, 11,000 is more than enough to raise your kid. Because for one, let's just break this down. Okay, first off, Rick Ross he has 2 kids. He has a 16-year-old. Well, the case is with 3 kids, but I don't know too much about the third kid. I don't think he's a teenager yet. But he lives at the house when the older ones go to the house in the summertime. But he gave his son a Wingstop at the age of 16 for his birthday, a Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? He brought, his son plays football. He brought the whole team football equipment, got them a deal with, you know what I'm saying, like Adidas or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? His daughter, she has a Bentley. She has a Wingstop in her name. So they got franchises in their name at the age of 16.
Wow.
Mind you, they stay at his house during the summertime. It's all on his IG story. He loves posting his kids.
Right.
It's just what it is. So you're doing all of this, and people still think that 11,000 is not enough. Like when Kendra G said that, I'm like, yo, you bugging.
You know what the main issue is that, you know, we heard it from, women as well, is that the main thing is that the argument is that he is living a certain lifestyle, that the mother of the children should be living the same lifestyle, and that's what the issue is with this, and especially in the black community, because we don't know how to get married to each other. We just have babies and do whatever. So we think that nowadays in our community, baby mamas and girlfriends think that they should get the same treatment as a wife.
Indeed.
So, if he
talk to him, man.
All right. So in regards to him paying child support, so just like Boogie said, the man is taking care of those kids.
Indeed.
Those kids are well taken care of. So when she comes back and she's asking for more money, in this situation, not all. I'm just gonna isolate it. In this situation, you're blatantly saying that you want more money.
And this is the crazy part about it. It was agreed upon. So she came to the table like, I want 11K.
She probably was surprised she got it.
That was her thing, because he said he settled. Okay, that's a discussion. You know the lawyer talk.
Right.
You put the notion up. You know what I'm saying? I got to respond back. Okay, I agree to those terms. Let's do it. So this is a number that she came up with, that she was cool with.
So what's the problem? The problem
That's what I'm saying.
With everybody outside of those two.
Exactly.
And I think another problem may be, it's like she may feel like, well, damn, my son got a franchise, my daughter got a Bentley, I'm driving the damn Sebring.
But that's what you get. And that's what I'm talking about, where we come into this community where she probably feels that she should get a G-Wagon, but you don't get the G. His wife gets the G-Wagon.
Right.
I mean, if I had Rick Ross money. Now, Rick Ross is reported his net worth is $40 million as of right now. He's done a lot of deals in the past year and a half. No, they was never married.
Okay, right.
They was never married.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, some of his deals are still in the working. So he is projected to be over 100 million type of guy, and furthermore, you know what I'm saying? I wish him everything but the best. But so he's going to have to pay more. I mean, because eventually the way child support works is the more you make, that percentage has to come out regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you get that much money.
Well, you confuse me with that concept, because the reason being is because they set at $11,000 right now.
Yeah, but it's different when it's people like that. But people like me, we ain't got that good lawyer. We can't pay that money for that good lawyer to get that type of deal situation. Indeed. We just basically have to take it in.
Percentage.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if every job I've ever had that I got paid more, they took more out. Because they're like, okay, this is what it's with the state.
So they
you feel what I'm saying?
So they went to court and mediated that situation. That's because his income fluctuates. So if they mediate that situation, that's what she asked for. Maybe that's what she wanted, because she felt comfortable with, because she probably got her own thing going on.
Yeah, exactly.
She don't need the extra money. So now, guess who talking?
Right.
Other people.
The broke bitches out here. They just not getting child support at all, so they trying to say, "Hey, this ain't enough."
Right.
That ain't enough for her, but because you thinking from your mind state, because you work at Harold's working the cashier.
If she need to work at her damn son's wing,
he be 6 wings mild sauce with fried mushrooms.
Right.
Sweep a flow or something.
So you think, you know what I'm saying? But no, I think $11,000 for the way that Rick Ross is handling that situation. $11,000 is more than enough.
And I mean, he does
$11,000. If he's doing what he's doing, the $11,000 is not even needed.
Right.
And he doing that's $132,000 a year.
Right. I'm like,
and he taking care of everything else.
Right. I mean, I can't get on here and say he brought her a crib, but she drives a nice car. I don't know what kind of car she drives, but I'm pretty much sure no man, me personally, if I had money like that, if my kid is staying in the house, that house is going to be taken care of.
The house?
So, yeah.
That's it.
But yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying,
but you don't get a car, you don't get, you don't get trips, you don't get weed.
Because I'm eliminating. Because my thing is, I'm eliminating the bills for you to have that money to buy your own car. Right. You don't have to pay a mortgage. This is good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? My kid over here, and you getting this $11K.
Exactly.
You are more well to buy your own car because all these bills you're not really paying. Exactly. So you can go on and you can start your own business if you want to. You can open up a nail salon or whatever.
She got to get it on her own.
She got to get it on her own.
Working.
You got to get it on your own.
You know what I'm saying? So,
got to get it on your own.
It's crazy, man. Like
that entitlement is crazy.
This entitlement is crazy. Like I said, my main issue with this whole thing is this entitlement with these doggone single mothers that didn't require marriage. And you talking about she should get set up the same way because he didn't know you. You didn't require anything. You get what you get.
Yeah, I think when a lot of these, unfortunately, modern women, they want like traditional advantages with like modern female entitlements.
Right. They want the man's role to remain static.
Yeah, they want you to still be the traditional man while they still go out here do hot girl summer and do all this dumb shit while you working and paying all the bills.
Or they want to go out and do hot girl summer all through their 20s and 30s and then want to come to a guy
when they hit that wall
35, 36, 37, 38 with all your goddamn problems and they ain't about to happen.
Only the mature ones can get through that.
Yeah, but I remember we was talking about being a stepfather, and I thought about it. I don't think it's really anything being wrong with a stepfather, but I would say you got to make sure that you can handle that role. You can't be a stepfather and say, well, damn, babe, you don't have your own crib and you sleeping on the couch and whatnot. If you're going to be a stepfather, then you got to be a father. You may have to take care of her and her kids. You should be able to do that. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of these chicks, they don't really want a stepfather, or should I say, even a good man, because a good man is going to bring order to their damn chaotic life, and most of them do not want order. Pretty much.
Because a lot of these women are, you just touched on a great point in regards to them, simply wanting to not want a good man, just have any man.
Indeed.
And then don't want to get a good man because a good man's. I realize with a lot of women, a good man is going to straighten a lot of these girls out. And they don't want
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They want to deal with the thug dude because he's not going to require nothing of her. He going to let her go out there and do what the fuck she wants. But you run to a guy like me, I going to have you on your. If you ain't on your square, you got to roll.
Right. She ain't going to know. She ain't going to like you. I remember when I first started working in corporate America, me and this white corporate dude was talking. Well, corporate America. But it's like we said, like most women, that's gonna sound messed up. Most women, they don't like a guy. They only like guys at extreme ends of the spectrum. They like if you're really rich or you really broke. If you in the middle, it's like they don't like.
We just watched something like that. We just watched something like that with Ish from the other podcast.
A lot of women. I wish we actually should save this for another topic, but just a lot of women just want something that's fixable.
Yeah, because
buildables, I like to call it.
Yeah, because if you're really rich, you good. If you're really broke, you're really controllable. Because I'm super broke and I'm in the crib arguing with my girl. She be like, "You get the fuck out." I'm like, "Oh, baby, hold on, we ain't gotta do that now." Right. But a guy like you or me, he's like, "Get the fuck out, well, bitch. I'm about to call Uber. Bye, fuck you talking about."
And don't do that with me because I'm gonna call the other girl before I leave. I'm gonna make sure you hear this phone call that I'm calling up another bitch.
And it's probably her best friend.
That's petty. That's petty as hell.
Y'all ain't even.
I got her on speed dial.
This dude.
Yeah, what's up, baby?
This dude.
Yeah, this bitch tripping.
And
I'm on my way.
And another thing I would say,
you want some Harold's?
Unfortunately for these women, this entitlement can be deadly. Now, I don't really think you should ever really put your hands on women, things like that.
No, not at all.
Remember that brother, football player, Ray Caruth, the girl got cornered him, had the baby he didn't want. He killed her, put in the trunk of a car.
I remember that. And he hid in the car.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, you running from your responsibilities at that point, G. Because if you got a kid in this world, you got to take care of him regardless.
No, that's what I'm saying. You should definitely do that.
You shouldn't kill the motherfucker.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
survived. He
went to jail, but
he's mentally challenged right now.
What? That wasn't the guy that. Who was the guy that went buck wild in the elevator?
Oh, that was Ray Rice.
Yeah.
Ray Rice.
He just
Okay.
go bug wild. He just knocked us out of
smacked it
here.
around a little bit.
He just
Yeah,
knocked
we
us
said
out
that
of
shit
here.
casual.
Yo, Rick Castle. That's it. Time to go. That is
He smacked it a little bit.
You just got his castle. You just got his castle.
That was just a
Stop it.
We talked about this before we started.
Really,
Easily
nigga?
Offended podcast.
Oh, God. I can't get my headphones back on right. Oh, shit.
Shawn the Wave God for Easily Offended podcast would like to say that I do not condone any type of violence towards any type of women
At all.
at all.
No.
Oh, God.
But I'm
damn.
just saying for girls who want to do like old girl who did my man on the Hornets, I forget her name.
Brittany Renner.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she's putting herself in a deadly place because if you put them back anybody in the corner, you know what they're gonna do. Not justifying what they do, but I'm just saying you're just putting yourself in a spot.
Hey,
like
man,
that,
can we just dead this one? He gonna get his castle.
No, but I'm saying like
No,
that
fuck it,
IG
Reg.
model
Okay,
who
this is real talk. This
who
is
her
real
pops
talk.
found her dead in the crib.
Well, you talking about Mercedes Moore or something like
Yeah,
that?
now we don't know what happened, but
We
I'm
still
just
don't know
saying.
the story, and I think I'm thinking
Is that the girl from Houston that got murdered?
Yeah.
By like the stalker or?
Yeah.
They don't know if it's a stalker. I'm thinking the way the dude buddy looked like a stalker.
I mean,
I almost
Buddy like
think I almost think the father kind of killed the dude.
hey,
That's what I'm thinking.
real serious
Because
question.
he came in there, he said he didn't hear from the door. He bust the door in. He found the daughter dead.
They said
and
dude was still alive.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. They said the dude tried to kill himself. But if I'm the detective, I'll be asking that dude some questions because I'm like, then there's all kind of stuff written on the wall. I'll be full of. If I was a detective, I'll be saying I feel like the father came in and kind of roughed up the dude and damn near killed him, trying to make it look like a suicide. Because you think about it, it's your daughter. Some white dude some guy is all up on her and stuff, and then you see him in the crib. He trying to talk stuff. Hey, what are you doing, man? You just shake him up and you beat him up, or you damn near kill him.
That was a whole interesting story.
But I'm just saying,
Okay,
I feel
okay.
like the pops probably did.
Okay.
That's how I feel. I don't know. I wasn't there, but that's what it sounded like to me. The pops did that, bro.
So the thing, okay, so she fine.
She
I
was
mad
real
about
nice.
that.
Yeah,
She was
she real
beautiful.
nice.
She was from what I've seen when she was talking on certain like YouTube, she was very intelligent as well. But I am thinking that it was a situation where he was giving her money. Like these simps out here, and he kept, cash out.
Okay, wait. What case are we talking about now?
We off.
Yeah, we are off. I'm sorry. That was my fault. That was my fault.
Yeah, you sent it off though.
Yeah, that was my fault. All right.
I was just like, wait, I'm into it. Like, so what happened?
That was
You
my
sent it
fault.
off.
I'm looking at it like, what happened next?
So yeah,
That was my fault.
we gonna touch base. We definitely should touch base with that topic later.
Yeah,
on
we
in regards to that.
will circle back.
But we wanted to,
My
when we were
fault.
talking about the Kendra G,
Yeah.
and my issue with Kendra G in regards to the R. Kelly and the $11,000 with Rick Ross is when she said it wasn't enough money. My main issue with her is that she's a 41-year-old woman that doesn't have children, that has frozen eggs, that doesn't want to be with a man. Just blatantly said that she was
Talk about it.
she would rather have her wigs, her weave, and her nails, and rather be with a man, or she would rather be alone than to be with a man that has the opportunity to go get other women. She said this on Kevin Samuels' podcast.
Wow.
So how can a woman like that? I'm not knocking Kendra G. My issue is that you're a woman that doesn't want to be with a man, but you're talking about a relationship where the woman has children and she's getting $11,000 and you're saying that's not enough. How would you know?
I think it's a case where she pretty much dehumanizes men, where she doesn't want the man, but she still wants the resources. Like you're just a penis walking. If I need some penis, I'll call you. If you got resources, I'll call you. So
And
I
that's
think
not just her. That's just all women who are just looking for child support like
Sadly.
that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
It's
being
a hustle.
resource. And Brittany Renner has said it. She said if you want to get money,
My
go
goodness.
to an athlete. They don't want to use condoms. They're stupid. She's saying this to you.
Yeah, I mean it's real out there because a lot of NBA stars, like if you're ever in a club and you see these NBA stars, like if they got a good team about them, you can't bring an open bottle to them.
Mm-hmm.
All bottles has to be brought to the players, athletes, VIPs. That's just in general because a lot of women out here do that. I remember watching another podcast where he was talking about he literally watched a girl put something in like a drink to like a Kevin Durant or some shit, and his guy caught it and was like, nah, we good, we don't need that drink. I'll pour his drinks for the night because you know what I'm saying, that's their MO. And we're not saying all women, but that's those type of women that just be on that. When they had the what was that, a couple of years ago, they had the rookie game, the draft here in Chicago. You know how many women was downtown?
Yeah, it was crazy.
You don't even know basketball, girl. What else you doing?
Just down there.
You don't even know what team or colors. You just down there like, I'm about to come
All-Star game,
up.
that shit was crazy.
So like you do, like in any walk of life, you do have certain type of women that are like that. You have certain type of women that are good or whatever the case may be, but we're talking about those type of women. So I don't want nobody else to get offended. Indeed. Like, oh, you talking about? No, we're talking about those type of women that get up in the morning and their only goal is to marry a famous or wealthy person so they can live life on the chill side. Some women are cool with just, hey, I don't gotta have kids, but I'll take care of your kids. You be my man, you be my husband. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to live life and go shopping.
That's the fault. That's the fault of, I'm going to put that on the men because we're not requiring, we're basically we've given these women a space to have an idea that they think that they can pretty much get married, and marriage to a man with money is just getting married and sitting at the home looking cute and waiting for a man to fuck them. And that's not, what Kevin Samuels, especially when he talks about it on his show, he's trying to let these women know, like, hey, you want this type of man, that's a job.
But in another sense, a lot of women are cool with that because they do take care of the household. Like, you never have to go.
We're talking about these women.
Well, yeah.
They just trying to get the baby.
They're just trying to get the baby.
Or if they get married, they just trying to get married.
But with like I was, I'm
not trying to say they don't know how to clean. They don't know how to put. They don't know how to wring out the mop.
Damn.
The old school mop, they don't know how to wring that motherfucker out. They looking for they think the piece broke off that you're supposed to slide down to squeeze the water out.
I think I used to think that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of bitch you dealing with nowadays.
I wanna, like, I ain't gonna cut you off, but
oh, you good.
It's like, I mean, granted, I preface this, we're not talking about all women, but I feel like, unfortunately, these days, society turns a blind eye, and I would say either directly or indirectly encourages this type of behavior.
Oh,
and if a man did something even close to some of the things these chicks would do, he'd be under the jail.
Do you know how many people come into my office trying to put child support into bankruptcy? I'm like, bro, I can't help you.
Child support.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, it's
I didn't see some numbers. I didn't see some. Like, this is somebody. This is a salary. Like, y'all, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm like, I can't put this in the bankruptcy, bro.
That's giving you when you pay child support, man. I just shut up. I just whatever it is, that's what I gotta pay. I do more than what I pay. So, but my thing is nobody really thinks about. It's not about the money. It's about the time that you spend with your kid. The memories you create, those can never be erased, period. So like all this hoopla about money and shit like that don't matter. The kid don't give a fuck if he got on Jordans or 5-cent fucking Payless shoes. Indeed. If he had a great time,
a certain age.
Right, yeah. But if he had a great time going to Great America with his dad, or going fishing with his dad, or going barbecuing with his dad, or just hanging out with his dad, like great memories, that should matter more than this fucking money. Because at the end of the day, you don't live for you live for your kid. As Dame Dash said, you live for your last name.
Think about it like this, though. You're talking about it from a person that you're thinking about it from a perspective of a loving father that had a kid.
Yeah, and there should be more of us out here, but it ain't.
And you knew what you did wrong, and you.
I forget.
Right. So,
of course,
this is the thing that we're not talking. You talking about. I agree with that, but we're talking about from a perspective of a situation where it wasn't set up like that.
I mean,
you first
of course.
went into with the woman that the mother of your child. You guys probably had long-term intentions. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
at some point, I mean, I ain't gonna.
It wasn't like you.
I'm in the hot seat now.
So it's one shot deal. You could.
Both my son's mom, I love them to death.
If somebody you was with, right?
Yeah, we was with, but we wasn't nowhere near thinking we're gonna be together forever. Like, we're in their 20s. You know what I mean?
Brittany Jenner and these one night stands.
But see, those Brittany Jenners come from that generation, because that generation didn't really play game. You feel what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is the money matters to a situation where the baby was just made to get the money versus you.
Right.
You wouldn't get hit up to get.
Oh no! Trust me, I went through hell because they was like that. I had back child support, because I wasn't working for 6 months. Like I was actually throwing parties, so I didn't have like a job. Like you know what I'm saying? Like 4 or 5 days a week, I made enough for a person that did have a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't have that privilege. I could
the
take
feds
that
is
break.
watching. You gotta stop. Feds is watching. Don't be talking about that.
Yeah, the 7 years. 7 years.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
all right.
But yeah, but I mean, when those situations happen, I was very upset in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? But I just buckled down and figured you got to do what you got to do. Whatever more, when you're not with the child's mom, you can't do enough. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel that.
You just can't do enough because they, to be honest with you, they are with your kid for a long period of time, more than you are, period. No matter if you see them 2 or 3 times out the week, the mom still spends more time with the kid.
Right, of course.
So it's just, you just buckle down and just got to do what you got to do.
But I think the issue comes because, like my man said, what you're saying is good, but granted, I feel like, unfortunately, on the other side, people take advantage of the things.
Oh, they definitely do. Definitely do. I know women that get child support and don't even need to get child support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and there's no penalty for that. Nothing.
No.
There's no paternity fraud penalty.
You have no say so in the court of Illinois as a father that is not married to the mom. You have no right. It's gotten better. It's gotten better in the past 2 years. They lowered certain shit. Like if your kids,
they started to put her money into the thing.
Yeah, they started to accumulate her money into it. So like if she's making a lot more money, less money would be So in those situations, like you go there, you just bow your head and just, oh yes, Your Honor. Okay, cool. And just do what you gotta do.
So, I gotta ask a question on that, and this is just like, I really be having absolutely no sympathy for y'all motherfuckers that go through child support. Like, I really don't. Like,
I ain't nothing giving. Ain't nothing looking for. I ain't trying to get it.
Because I be like, because I got everybody I know has kids. I pretty much is only about maybe.
I don't have any. Not that
you don't
know
have
about
any either,
that
right? So that's what my mom said. You got something you don't know nothing about. But my thing is that the reason I don't have kids, I'm really adamant about dick discipline, putting myself in position the way I want to.
We like that.
Wait, say it
discipline.
again.
Better the word today is D for dick.
Hold on a sec. Y'all don't know what dick. See, that's why you got babies out of the way.
Wait, look, we're going on a whole other topics right now.
And this is actually for the relationship show. This is actually for the relationship show.
We're sorry, y'all. We had a schedule. We was on a tangent for a minute. Brothers got emotional. You learned some things about these men up here.
Yeah. Brothers out here don't have no dick.
My dick, goddammit.
Oh, whoa, what?
So,
okay.
A quick question though, just like so, like I said, fellas, I got dick discipline because I was around a bunch of people that I've seen. Like I ain't paying child support. I don't have no babies out of wedlock. So what do you think is up with men that continue to have children out of wedlock and they complain about child support issues when you had absolute control over it? And then people try to say, I've had absolute control. I've been with some women. I want to hit that raw. I gotta get. Ooh, I want that raw.
This cat.
Ooh, can I take this condom off?
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
Like I got you
the pull-out king.
Oh yeah, absolutely pull out king.
Oh, like a parking space. No.
Oh yeah, I'm pull out king though. I'm championship. I'm champion of that.
No sir, no sir.
Yeah,
but I'm just trying to figure out what is it like. Well, like I rarely. I've had a lot of sex, and especially a lot of my sex came from 30.
All right, Will Chamberlain.
He like Caligula over here. Damn.
And I can probably count on two hands I got the how many times that I've actually just like I let that bitch ride up in there, like let the boys go swimming up in some pussy, some raw pussy. Like that's I can count on. So I'm like, what's up with you guys?
This conversation is with
knowing that you just let it go.
I feel you.
I'm talking about yo, one of your
eyebrow fell out. Oh, but But
and then you fell asleep and woke up in the pussy.
You gonna wake up in jail.
You fell asleep in the pussy with the nut in there.
Why you say wake up in jail?
Because you done busted nut in there or busted raw, you done had a baby going to jail.
Yeah, motherfuckers be falling asleep in the pussy, then wake
I
up
ain't
in the
never did
pussy,
that.
and then
Fell
wondering why
asleep
they
in the
got paid
pussy.
child support.
But this is a big girl, no. But I would say sociological reasons. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson said in the ISIS paper, unfortunately, a lot of black men feel so castrated that the only way they can show that they are men, either through violence or through sex. The only way I can show you that I'm a man, I can either beat you or I can have sex with you. Those are the only two ways I can show you I'm a man.
And black men have been over sexualized.
You really? That was an article. He didn't give the magazine,
Francis,
the writer.
Dr. Francis
I mean, I understand,
Okay.
but the way you broke that down, though, that nigga pot.
Well, you know, I'm not just a pretty face. You understand me?
Yeah, that's one thing I've always like continuously like when I hear, you know, if you accept responsibility for having a kid, that's one thing. But when you start complaining about child support,
Yeah, it's
like I don't want to hear it, bro. Like you had absolute control over that. You're the man. You had control over that. Absolute control over that. You could have, you know, because once she gets pregnant, the choice is on her. You can ask her for the abortion,
but she gonna do what she want to do.
Why would a woman get an abortion where the government is going to take care of her?
Oh my God!
See, that's a whole. See, we going deep.
Ooh.
We going deep,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Let's get on Lori Lightfoot, okay? Let's get on. Let's get on Lightfoot.
Is she pregnant?
I get her pregnant.
Really, nigga?
I can see her giving a conference.
I want to know if Lightfoot.
You're a liar.
This is an easily
Please
fitted
tell me you're a
podcast
liar.
point right here. Does Lightfoot?
Oh God, please no.
No. Does Lightfoot put on?
Stop it.
Does Lightfoot put on
Does Lightfoot pull?
film at 11?
Pull her wife's hair.
What? Well, she can't pull her hair. She ain't got nothing to do.
Does Lightfoot? Do they got a daughter? Does Lightfoot put her daughter to bed?
What?
And then do they thing? Do they have a sex room?
Really, nigga?
Wow, you just went totally.
Is Lightfoot even still hitting it?
I don't even want a picture in my hand. I don't even want that image. Oh God, I'm gonna have nightmares, my nigga. Oh, I don't even want to picture that.
Like, can you feel like Lightfoot like saying,
I
like,
don't.
what's my name?
What?
Like,
I don't.
Like, what's my name?
What's my name?
I don't. I hope you get rid of those parking tickets
Right.
Really, nigga?
We have a deficit here.
on Stone, Mo.
Oh my God, Lori Lightfoot gonna be on Maury.
But anyway, enough about bashing on Lightfoot. Lightfoot is you know.
She probably got a nice little booty and all them shit under them pantsuits.
I don't think she does.
I think Lightfoot got nasty.
She's built like the penguin. I just don't understand.
Hey, I'm
Her
just
wife.
saying.
Y'all remember that Batman, the penguin? Yeah, I
Her
remember.
wife looks like 6'12".
They probably dunking on her ass.
Yeah, shit.
Vote for this bitch.
Oh man.
I think that probably her wife was the one that probably told her to sue gangs
That's
for the
stupid.
crime that they commit.
What? Who you gonna
Gang,
sue?
Who you suing?
Do the GD's got a lawyer?
City of Chicago versus Ray Ray.
Right.
Versus
Do the
phone
BD's
number.
got a
you go
lawyer?
to-
Solid foes.
Do you
First
go to
phone
Jeff Ford in jail and say that we got one of your members that shot somebody and we gonna sue you?
I'm in jail.
Right.
And he ain't even in
can't get out.
Chicago. Like, do you sue Larry Hoover as the head? Is he the man that goes onto the
I don't.
like?
Yeah.
Like if I'm writing it up, if I'm in the court, if I'm in the office and they come to me and I write this up, like how am I? Who is the plaintiff that I'm writing on this motion? I'm writing up this motion.
It's gonna be random Negro.
Who is? I mean, the RICO law is what took all the big guys down.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all know that. So I mean, you're right. How are you going to?
How can you pinpoint
How
the person?
who? Yeah, exactly.
So the only
I don't
thing
even know who the leaders are nowadays. Well, I'm
Exactly.
old. I should know.
I think
So-
once they have somebody, like when they feel like he could be a big profile person, then they'll come up with the parameters. Oh, you sold this many drugs, you did this many things, this many.
I mean, I think it's not possible. I don't understand how it's going to happen. I think it's stupid.
it makes no sense.
You have to figure it out. I mean, one thing about Lori Lightfoot, she's not from Chicago. So she doesn't
don't
know
know. Right.
how this is. We're here.
But that don't even really matter because a team should be able to let her know what the fuck is going on.
You know, somebody. I mean, hopefully her team is not her team from where she from.
But isn't she a lawyer, right?
Yeah, she's an attorney. Yeah.
So she should know you got to have an operational definition for whatever you do.
Exactly.
I mean, the one thing that it is a concerning thing, and I've talked to a few police officers on this topic. where the younger kids under the age of 16, they get right out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's every case where they had that famous chase where the 16-year-olds carjacked a car in Bronzeville and drove it on Lakeshore Drive. The tire busted, sparks was flying. It was on 2, 5, and 7. The shorties got out in Washington Park. They was bailed out they wasn't bailed out. They was let out the next day because it's a point system. And Lori Lightfoot is in charge of that system because she said, why are we punishing the youth? They need more health care and stuff. But where's the health care? Where are the resources for that?
Right.
There is none.
There's nothing for them to
so
do.
I can understand those resources was put into play before you came up with this dumbass idea. Then why are we doing this? Because these shorties are doing nothing but building a case. You got 14-year-olds out here killing. Just like, God rest his soul, I do not know who his name is, but that famous case where the officer was running at 2 a.m. down the alley, Mexican boy, he threw the gun, turned around and got shot in the chest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2 a.m. Like,
Why is the boy outside?
why is he outside? And the thing about it is, the older person that was with him gave him the gun because you're about to get out tomorrow because they can't charge you because you can't be charged.
So check this out. So now that you bring up that case right there, you know that was the Latin Kings, right? So maybe in that situation, you can go directly at the Latin Kings in that neighborhood because you know for a fact that this guy, but just a random shooting on the street, we don't know just because this happened over in the BD's neighborhood don't mean the BD's did it. So you can't just start pulling down BDs. And I'm also looking at something else that in DuPage County has a similar law for anti-gang measures, and they've only used it 4 times in the past 13 years. So they've already had this law in place in Kane County, but they've only used it 4 times.
Well, my question was
crazy.
If I was like one of these quote unquote gang guys, defense lawyer, my first thing would be like, what makes my guy legally a gangbanger? What legally makes you?
If
There's no papers on them.
That's what I'm saying. What legally makes you a gangbanger?
If the city or state come against you, you could probably walk away.
I mean, that's what I was saying.
If the feds come knocking, you going away.
Well, they do
because they do have a gang. I mean, like every police officer I've talked to, they know about the gangs. They know who is running what, who wears who, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So most cops know their district. They know who the bad guys are and who the cool ones are. They work hard working. But the thing about it is those rules shouldn't be in place for these kids to actually go through this. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I do have against Lori Lightfoot with that whole situation. I just don't know how you're gonna sue. That's crazy.
Because I'm like, that's what I feel. Any defense lawyer worth his salt be like, how is he qualified? I first said, well, if he qualifies as a gangbanger, well, so do I. I mean, you have no definition.
My thing is, how do you charge the guy? How do you find him, and then how you charge him? And then you got to charge him individually. You have to charge him individually. I don't see how you can say I'm going after the
right because you got a captain, you got a lieutenant, you got soldiers. The black gangs are ran just like the mafia. You know what I'm saying? You got the head, you got the 2 second in charge, you got the whatever. You know what I'm saying? The workers. It's a pyramid. So if you know who the top 5 are, you gonna sue the top 5? That's dumb as hell.
This is a waste of money and waste of resources.
I don't see her coming back on the second term. Unless she really changes some things. I mean, she was just at the Obama situation. You know what I'm saying? The ribbon cutting.
Library.
Yeah, it was only they said it was a small crowd. Like it was only 20, 30 people.
I hear a lot of people didn't even want the library to come.
Yeah, there's a lot of people over there that don't want it to come.
Yeah, and I live in that neighborhood. I've been living there since '97.
Have y'all ever thought about, since you stay over there, have y'all ever thought about buying the property y'all live in, or
the one where my mom's is? She owns hers.
Okay.
So she's fine. I'm just sitting there waiting on that. So the building that we're living in is a co-op building, 36 units. My mother has 2 units in there, one on each side of the one on each side, 6632 and 6642, and renting out the other side. So we sitting there
just waiting.
Yeah, just sitting there waiting, just like woo. And then so we starting to see like a lot of the vacant lots over there. They got a vacant lot that's a next block over from us, and the vacant lot they put a house on the house. They want $900,000 for the house.
Damn. Yeah, they there.
They putting up houses over there. So we started looking at all the houses they putting up. All the houses that got built within the 4 block, all of them are over 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a neighborhood that was absolutely completely destroyed by the Blackstone Rangers back in the day.
That's when I was coming up.
Right. So, I've been living over there since. So when I first moved over there, I wouldn't walk up to Cottage Grove for nothing. I wouldn't walk up. I would take the 67th Street bus east to Jeffrey to hop on the 6 or the J14 to get downtown. I wouldn't take the bus west to get on the red line and take the red line. I wouldn't walk up to 63rd and Cottage Grove to catch the green line because that was like death. But now I walk around. I walk around there like nothing. Now you seeing white people walking poodles over there and stuff like that. And now that they putting this library over here, because what they're seeing right now is that with the white people coming over there buying up everything and moving in, and they moving in and kicking it. I'm talking about they moving in. A couple of weeks ago, I saw this woman walking her daughter, and her daughter was holding a doll. And she was on the phone, like she didn't care what was going on around her, and they just went to the park. They were sitting in the corner. That I know that it used to be drug dealers and all kind of prostitution, all kind of stuff was at that park. And she just walked up there. So the only people that are really having an issue with the Obama library, I want the Obama library to get there.
Of course.
For the people who own in the neighborhood, we want it to be there because it's going to increase the property value.
What about property taxes though?
So that's the issue. The people who are just barely making ends meet. I've been to a couple of the meetings. The people who are barely making ends meet are the people who are complaining about the property taxes. Wow. And I understand that completely. Where they're coming from in regards to that. But you got to think about that in regards to the city of Chicago within itself. We as a whole put ourselves in a position for this to happen. And what I mean by that is that when we started back in the 50s and the 60s with Blackstone Rangers, when we moved the white people by this neighborhood and we had this neighborhood, we basically brought the property value down so low that they was able to come in and buy up stuff and buy it back. Now, what I mean by that is too, as well as that you're talking about when we talked about South Shore. When you're talking about Woodlawn and South Shore, you're talking about an area that's sitting right there on the water.
Indeed.
It's prime real estate.
Prime real estate. Woodlawn and South Shore right now is prime real estate in the city right now. So Tiger Woods bought that golf course over there. They're going to combine both of the South Shore golf course and the Jackson Park golf course to make it a PGA championship course. Damn. So we're going to start seeing that type of stuff on TV. The second thing is you're putting the Obama library there. That brings everything, ties everything together. So now you got a Lincoln Park South. So everything that you see up on Lincoln Park, where you see Fullerton area, that brings you to the South Side right now. So people also complain. The Friends of the Park was complaining about them taking up the parkland. That if you look at the map, they putting buildings there, but they're also restructuring the land so it still looks like a park.
Exactly.
Right. So I know a lot of people were complaining about. I know in the summertime, you got a Chosen Few concert, and then you have a lot of people on Sunday. Legendary Chosen Few concert. Then you also have the people just on Saturday and Sunday, just in that middle part.
Where's that light blinking?
A lot of people like to sit there, and and had a picnics and barbecue. So they're thinking that they're going to take that area away. But like I said, once again, if you look at the area. If you look at the area, it is you kind of threw me off with that. If you look at the area, they're putting a picnic area in there, so it's going to be for everybody to use the area. So I have no problem with them building up the area.
I don't either.
Just a lot of people just complaining are people who, and I understand completely.
Indeed.
If you build up the area. If you're going to have 1,000 employees, I think that, 75 to 80% of the employees in there should be from the neighborhood.
Indeed.
You should not be having somebody driving in from Batavia to work at the library.
Right.
Indeed.
Hold up. Pause it real quick.
A few moments later.
All right, man. We are here. Easily Offended Podcast, man. That was a great pod. We really got some real deep shit.
Good things we did.
That was great. We went on a tangent about the whole dating shit.
No, we did.
That was. We had to say that for the next pod. We got to say that for the next pod.
And I think that's going to be our biggest episode. Talk about 2 hours. I think that's going to be an epic.
Yeah, that's going to be.
So I want to bring in some female guests. I don't want to have too much male energy on this. We need to get some female perspectives. And I want to, in regards to that time, I want to get into an argument with somebody.
This guy, he just said,
just want to argue with somebody.
I want to get
you wrong. Fuck that.
Just want to argue with somebody, man.
That's the good content. That's how.
Well, definitely. Yeah, man.
I was gonna call Lori Lightfoot until he told me. I don't play that.
I want to see.
Hey, look.
I want to know.
Y'all, we gonna be canceled after that. Hey man, this is Easily Offended podcast, man. If y'all was easily offended, we did our fucking job. Hey man, what's your name? Wait, you got a message for Lori?
Yeah, Shawn, we got Lori. I want to holler at you. I want to talk to you.
Give it that Barry White voice.
Yeah, baby. I got a hot comb and everything. You got a little fro, you know what I'm talking about?
You need liners.
I love that little pantsuit. You probably got the little back door in the back.
Okay, see, we just talked about this. Y'all watch the pod. God damn, you gonna get us canceled for the third time tonight.
Just playing, love.
Hey man, tell the people who you are, man.
All right, this is Shawn. Just call me Star Photo.
Star Photos, okay.
Yes,
Shawn, who you is, Bree?
Shawn away, God.
Who you could bam?
I'm looking for what, Lori.
Looking for Lori.
Right.
Hashtag looking for
Lori.
Oh Jesus!
Really,
hey, this
nigga?
is Easily Offended podcast. My name is L Boogie. You can follow me. Class of 1979. You gonna get us fucking canceled?
Gush.
Oh Jesus! Make sure you follow the YouTube page Easily Offended. Subscribe right there for me. Thank you so much, man. Have a good night. Peace. Wu-Tang.